Hello everybody and welcome back to another trade recap. Today is December 10th, 2025, and here I'm going to be going over the PA and the one trade that I took, which was a decent long setup to an unfilled 15-minute gap. And honestly, it was probably the only trade that you could have taken today, but if we go to the charts here, this is the trade that I took. A simple 1-minute IFVG, SMT, liquidity sweep, unfilled 15-minute gap. This was honestly, personally to me, the best trade that you could have taken. We ranged for a really long time, about 45 minutes after, and then swept the original low that we created in SMT. And then we had FOMC statements, which kind of pumped the markets, taking out this relative equal highs all the way over here. So let's go over the reasonings why I took this trade and everything around that. So if we go back to the market open, as you can see, if we go to market open, prior to anything happening, there was a bearish SMT in the market with a 1 hour gap resting higher. Now, usually when I see a bearish SMT, I want to see shorts off of that because we came up, we tapped a 15-minute unfilled gap, we created some wicks, and then we had some very bearish price action pre-market lower. Now, I either wanted to see con shorts today or a long setup to an unfilled 15-minute gap, which was going to be the intermediate high or some type of internal draw, never external draw when you have an SMT at the highs. And that's what we got. Market opened. We came down. We swept out this 15-minute intermediate gap right here. And we had an SMT that was created lower after sweeping out this hourly low right here. So SMT at the highs, SMT at the lows. What do I think? No trades. No trades because we are, first of all, on the hourly, we're ranging. Just look at this. Just literally just sit here and look at this. We're ranging. But we broke out of this range with this SMT. We swept out this low. And there was a 15-minute unfilled lower, or a 15-minute unfilled that was an internal draw. So I missed out on my con shorts in the morning. We kind of just swept down, taking that 15-minute intermediate gap. We swept out that hourly low on ES, but we didn't, creating an SMT on NQ. And on top of that, we created a fat 1-minute gap. Now, as you can see, we created this 1-minute gap. I waited for an entry for a price to come back down into that gap. We tap that gap and we immediately start chopping for a bit. But personally, the reason why I was so bullish on this was because ES had equal 5-minute highs right here with an unfilled 5-minute gap even higher. Now, relative equal highs or equal highs is a strong draw because price came up to a certain point and left resting liquidity there twice. I would not have entered this trade because we were ranging. We had SMTs at highs and lows, and we had FOMC today. But because there were relative equal highs and an unfilled 5-minute higher, and the reaction we got after creating that SMT, I was very bullish going to that internal 15-minute gap. So we tapped that gap. My break-even point was when ES tapped that 5-minute equal highs right here, and let's play it out. We just absolutely flushed to the upside, tapping that 15-minute gap, and then we kind of just chopped lower, creating the high of the day for the first hour and a half of price action. Now, was this a good trade? Technically speaking, yes. This is my strategy. It's the SMT, it's the liquidity sweep, it's the inverse gap, it is the internal draw with a easy break-even point, which was this wick high. But economically speaking, talking about the Forex factory, the FOMC, the like SMTs at the highs and lows, not really. So I will admit I took this on my 100K standard evaluation. As you can see, 1.1K right there. I was not too keen on taking this on my 2 XFAs because let's think about it. Like, this would have been pretty crazy if I did take it on my XFAs, risking that much money, about $600, because we had the SMTs at the highs and lows and all those confluences that didn't make me super confident in taking the trade today. But fortunately, I did on my evals. I forward tested this on my evals. It played out perfectly. Personally, technically speaking, this was a good trade, but looking at the bigger picture, seeing what what price was doing the past week or so, it really wasn't a good trade. And I'll hold myself accountable to it. I did get pretty lucky, but regardless, this is my strategy, and I'm not going to really hate on myself too much for not taking it. I actually would have been more mad if I saw this play out and I didn't take it either on my evals or my XFA and kind of just let it run. I've been doing that for quite some time. As you can see, it's been 2 weeks since I've uploaded a trade recap because I've been doing that a lot recently. I've been seeing a lot of my setups just play out and not really executing. It's something that I need to get better at for sure. And I feel like now that I understand my strategy, and I've been sitting on my hands and reading the charts and seeing this stuff play out, but I haven't been executing, I'm probably going to be forward testing more on my evals, and then on A+ setups, having my XFA ready to go and taking it on that. This wasn't an A+ setup. This was probably a B because, again, SMT's at the highs and lows, FOMC today. There could have been a lot of things that, outside things that could have affected that, but decent trade on my part today. 1.1K up on the eval. I hope some of you guys took it as well, but yeah, decent trade today. I will see y'all in the next trade recap. I love and appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all then. Peace out.